first of its kind, the first dome anywhere.
First dome anywhere, folks. Welcome to Dome, the greatest comedy freestyle rap podcast on the planet.
Believe
if
it.
the beat drops when you're talking about it, you got to rap about it.
Exactly.
And we got Dave. We got our return friend Rich. He's back in the house.
Who needs a drink?
Oh yeah, I got you.
If you're watching on YouTube,
House
like
is
and
becoming
subscribe.
Crucial.
And if you enjoyed this, go to patreon.com/Dome with bamfomania. You'd probably enjoy the shit on there as well. My boy Young Thug is free on the streets. Is he gonna drop a project immediately or no?
Here's the thing. He has some stipulations that are pretty interesting. So he's no longer allowed to promote like gang activity in any way, shape, or form. So his genre is basically totally changing. I don't think that guy has ever written a song about anything other than the streets. So that's going to be interesting to see where he takes his, because everyone wants more Thug music.
Right.
Everyone's clamoring for it, and at the end of the day, they're going to get it, and it's going to be sick. Sorry, guys, I had to.
No, it's kind of
reset the
cool
old
watching
hat.
you go through it.
But it's another thing is he has to do anti-gang concerts. Like,
Oh, he has to advocate against gang violence.
yeah. So he has to actually go and host. I think the number was like five of them or something. I'm gonna look up all the actual like stipulations real quick.
Damn, I didn't even hear about this.
Young
Stipulations.
The plea change by the
Stipulations.
rapper.
So they're not just after money anymore. They want to see you do
Okay,
your
yeah.
civic duty.
So he's banned from Metro Atlanta for 10 years, except for family weddings, funerals, graduations, or serious illnesses. So I guess he's not allowed to be in Atlanta. Which
Like
is kinda-
he can't be in downtown Atlanta, but he's gonna live in like the outskirts of the city.
Hey, whatever. I guess I'm fine with that. Must give 4 annual anti-gang gun presentations in Atlanta. So he can go to Atlanta to give anti-gun presentations.
Dude, what if he like curves all of the demands discreetly by like doing some real low key shit and then labeling it as an anti-gun thing? You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
what I think would be funnier is if like he single-handedly solves gang violence with these stipulations. Young Thug's all about peace and love now. That's just how it is ever since he got out. I'm on my annual anti-gang violence concert, yo, and it's no silence.
Yo, my boy Young Thug took it too far. Yo, his real name was Jeffrey Lamar. And yeah, he can't fucking rap about gangs no more. He gotta change it for the kids.
You know that dude's about to make a song with Gunna. It's gonna be kinda heavenly. Yeah, I know that, yo. You don't need to do that shit, you dumb bro.
Dumb bros and the guns go blah blah, and you gotta stop that, my bro. You can't do that no more, Duggar. Yeah, he's not really a hugger.
Nah, but I think maybe he might be. But I've heard that his hugs are slimy and grimy, and so he's allowed to travel for work. I'm pretty sure like he can like leave the country too and stuff.
It's just
Like,
Atlanta.
yeah, he can't go to Atlanta.
They want to keep him away from his old environment.
Right,
which
that
made
must
him who he
be
is.
that must be where all the shit went down.
What if
out in
he
Atlanta.
like changed his like rapper name from Young Thug to something else? Could he do whatever he wanted?
That is an interesting point because Thug, the name itself almost implies like gang activity, but that's not one of the stipulations. He doesn't have to change his name.
But
No, but
Young
if he-
Thug
could he-
doesn't really exist if he changes his name.
Could he evade the
It's not his legal name, Richard. What
That's
are you
what I'm
talking
saying.
about?
No, but could he play around with like the sentencing by changing his rapper name so that when he like when he does stuff as Young Thug, it no longer gets press because you know what I'm saying? Like maybe
What do you mean?
like it's a really high thought right now, but I'm like if he changed his name to fucking Young Genius and then he like was Young Genius for fucking 6 years and then he like I don't know what I'm saying. There's got to be a
I,
way.
I was
this was
thinking,
rough, bro.
make a hit as Young Genius, and then fucking you can go back to Atlanta.
Young
'Cause
Genius.
Young Thug is dead now.
Young Genius is the name that a 5-year-old rapper gives himself.
I didn't make it up.
Young G. Maybe Young G. How about that?
That's horrible.
YG.
This is a bad idea.
How about YG?
Nah,
Is that
nah,
taken?
This is rough.
No, okay. Maybe, okay, here's what I'm saying. He changes his name, and then he, as the new name, doesn't have to do the things, maybe.
Maybe if he changes his name to Old Thug, the implication is that that's his old life was when he was a thug, you know?
Yeah,
He's
that
changed.
Right, yeah. I mean, even Young Thug, there's that was when I was young. That was when I was a thug.
I've changed now, yeah.
Right, so I think he can stick with the name.
Grown Thug.
I say we stick with Young Thug.
Okay.
These are reasonable stipulations. Let's be real. Like,
What else does he have to do?
if he, there's only a couple more things. He's not This is the one that is going to be the most difficult. No contact with gang members or co-defendants.
What's co-defendants?
Those are the people who were on
Dependents?
trial with him.
Yeah.
Co-defend. Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Co-defendants.
Yeah,
No
co-defendants.
contact with your needy ex-girlfriend. Fucking rich. Forbidden from promoting gang-related content in any form. Yeah. So here's the thing. This effectively means that Young Thug has to come up with an entirely new discography before he can even perform, unless he like self-censors his own lyrics.
Like, he's got like some like popular song, like Havana isn't gang violence. You know what I'm saying?
He's a feature on that song. I guess he could perform his verse.
Yeah, they
Come on,
could,
man.
or he could do like all of his features.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking,
The feature tour 2025.
they do that. These motherfuckers, they'll play the other person's verse, and then they'll just like they'll turn up while the song is playing, and then they'll perform. I've seen that happen.
Well, that's what the crowd wants most of the time.
Right, like it'll be like, imagine this, schoolboy Q and my dude Kendrick, he couldn't come through, so I have to hop on the stage and do my thing, G. And yeah, but for Kung Fu Kenny, I'm not.
Yeah, when we saw Schoolboy Q, he just did the yaks on that one song. He didn't even talk. There was no raps at all, but he still performed it at the show that we saw. Yo, man, that dude can ball.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's really not about performing. It's about going out there and just, you know, transforming the energy of the room with all the dudes who is cheering you on because they love your songs.
And if Pyrus and Crips all got along, they would probably not be a guest on this pod, and they would not want to debase themselves like that. Because, yo, the shit we do is kind of whack.
Yo, don't say that. One day we gonna be some street cats. Young Thug could come on the show because this is completely not violent.
I wonder if is he allowed? He must be allowed to talk about gang shit in the context of that is like behind me, kids. You gotta strive for better, like that.
To
kind of
advocate against gang violence, he has to speak about gang violence.
Yes, I do. I do think that is inevitable.
It's like a Christian rapper
like
who keeps discussing how he used to fucking chase ladies and smoke drugs.
It's funny because I feel like most Christian rappers aren't like that, but it's the random occasional you get the Christian rapper who did have that. Most of them don't even have that level of credibility.
They never
to them.
they don't have a conversion story.
Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
like, I've always been a Christian, and
I
this
just
is
really
I
like
rap.
rap.
Yeah. Oh man, that was.
I was under the influence. You remember that shit, right?
No, I don't.
You don't remember that.
But it sounds
shit.
like a good time. I was kind of vibing with
I
you.
can't. Is there something wrong with your brain?
Maybe.
That was a thing that we would make fun of.
Really?
It was a Christian rapper that went to our school, and he had this song, Under the Influence, and we would sing it to each other in each other's face.
In Dave's defense.
The influence, under the influence.
Damn, dude, I've forgotten about
You
that.
guys have a
That is
lot of
low-key
those.
crazy.
Really?
Like, I think that that's like concerning, honestly.
This is like a pivotal bit in our relationship that I don't
dude.
remember.
I swear to God, because
When's the last time we did it?
making fun of lyrics is a thing that we do. And
I
that
mean,
was,
and I usually click with most of them.
I don't know, man. I'm concerned. I think you might have a
You
brain
know what?
worm.
Maybe he just didn't have that attachment you had to that one, man.
No, I think
He
I
was
might.
playing you,
I
Alex.
remember. I might remember the rapper. Is it that goofy kid?
Yeah,
That lost
in
weight?
fact, I would argue that he was the one usually spurring on the callback. He would be the one going
Some
under
of them-
the influence.
Some of them should never have been called back or never talked about again, but you guys still bring them
Man,
back
I
up.
wish I
It's the
remembered
worst.
it. I wish I remembered it.
I don't know. Maybe we could find it.
Did you?
Go on to YouTube real quick. I don't remember the guy's name though.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
We're not gonna be able to find it on Google, man.
Yeah, no.
Go on YouTube. What are we doing?
Christian
It's
version.
on YouTube. It's YouTube version
No,
right
this
there.
isn't him.
This is the most retarded search I've ever seen in
I
my
know.
life.
Alex,
Sorry, Josh.
you're brutal.
You're trying, but it's ineffective. You know what?
Where, you know what? YouTube.com. Okay, we're gonna search for YouTube, and
Okay,
then we're
whatever.
gonna
He
click.
got there. I just don't know how we're gonna find it. Okay, type in the word "under the influence."
Under
I
the
guess.
Influence music video. Maybe we might get lucky.
Whoa,
Okay.
music video.
There you
It
go.
sucks that Chris Brown also has a song called Under the Influence. That makes me think that we are not going to find
We're
it. But just-
screwed.
why don't we just do some scrolling here? We'll scroll for a little
No,
bit.
keep going. Keep going.
That's fine. It's fine. Let's call it. We're capping it. We're not going to find
What
it.
was his name? Ron John?
It was. Holy shit. Yeah, look up Ron. Yeah, just
RON space JON.
spelled like it sounds.
Right. Doubt it.
JON. Oh my
You have to
God.
find the in button real quick.
The hell?
Okay, this dude must have deleted it.
What if you go to Google and
probably a
type
safe
in
bet.
"under the influence Ron John"?
We don't need to. This is already like. I
Yeah.
hate this.
I kind
know,
of want. I
let's
want to know
move
what this
on.
guy looks like, though. I'm like, Rajan.
I want to hear the. I want to hear the song. But okay, whatever.
All right, man. Here's the thing. I always thought that like Gunna was like people hated on Gunna because he was like there's people are saying he snitched or whatever. But I guess he's Young Thug is like all is forgiven. I don't know.
Maybe he didn't snitch.
Yeah, maybe that's all just. It's assumed that he snitched because he got out.
You know, maybe it was an understanding snitch. Like, you know what? If we both kind of can get out, that's cool. But like, if one of us was gonna get fucked for life, it's like, you could.
No,
Snitch,
yeah, it was
kinda
one of
thing.
those. It's one of those situations where once you're confronted with a ton of time,
Yeah,
you
it's like, yo,
you
fuck, I'll
you start
snitch.
being like, all right, I get what you were doing. How about this? Are you done with the Young Thug stuff, or
I'm down to move on to whatever.
how about this? The Dodgers won. Okay, here's the thing, baseball, yeah, and it's gonna make my face fall, face palm, cause I love to rap about baseball and songs.
Whenever I'm having sex, I gotta think about baseball. Yeah, you know, first base, yeah, I run them all. And I like to think about the Dodgers game. Yeah, you know, every day they're my favorite team.
Yeah, bases loaded, I'm in the crowd drinking beer, face get loaded. Yeah, I'm super great when I'm drinking fucking beers at 8.
Beers at 8, yo, I'm at the friggin' Dodgers game, and I'm getting sick off of these motherfucking tall beers that I'm drinking. Yeah, oh, I might puke in the evening.
Tall boys with 4 boys, and we about to make no noise.
Oh.
Quietly watching the 5th inning, the bottom of the 10th. Yeah, I'm drinking a 5th.
I'm at the bottom of the tent, and I found you swallowed in the tent.
There's
that's-
only 9 innings, but like there could be a 10th inning.
Yeah,
If
overtime, extra
Yeah,
time.
overtime.
Yeah, this is the one here. So there was a parade in LA yesterday, I think, and then this has no audio.
No worries.
But for the listener, I'm gonna hit play. For the listener, I'm gonna put this in the description so you can watch. We're at the LA parade downtown, and there's guys driving around in a wheelchair, and then these cops are like, "No, fuck you. We don't give a shit that you're a quadriplegic."
Wait, but he just drove his wheelchair right into the police. He should
Barricade
be.
for a reason.
He should be expected to be subdued.
It's just so funny. That's as far as I watch.
I don't think that wheelchair privilege is a thing. If you if you run your wheelchair into a cop, you should be expected. Oh, did he just get up and walk?
So-
is that the same guy?
So back.
He has been.
I looked away for a second. Now there's a
He's
guy
healed.
walking, and I'm like, is that him?
He's healed. No, I think this guy's like defending the wheelchair guy. He's like, "Come on, man.
That's ableist.
The Dodgers won. You're being a dick."
Oh,
right
he got
now."
hit.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
threw something.
Yeah, he got real scared.
Yeah, someone shot him with like a rubber bullet.
Yeah,
yo.
those rubber bullets are fucking brutal. I mean, I don't get why celebrating that the Dodgers won has to result in fighting the
no,
cops.
it results in property damage.
Yeah.
No, I saw something on that someone had broken into. There was literally like a riot. There was a whole window busted. People running out with clothes and shit. I don't know what store it was, but it was in LA.
Unfortunate.
It's like people take advantage of a situation and then just fucking ruin it. It sucks.
It's straight up like.
That's
Just
no city pride at all.
They're fucking animals.
No, it's
like
true.
they're barely. Those people are barely human. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think the problem is too. There's so many people in LA who aren't from LA, so they kind of treat LA like a fucking Gotham City. You know what
I feel
I'm
like
saying?
the people who really fuck with the Dodgers are from LA.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're right, but still, not everybody that's at the parade is like.
Fuck the Dodgers. Yeah. No.
Oh, okay. There we go, Richard. Are you not happy?
Oh no, absolutely not. I'm not happy they won. Boo.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, we both
we just don't
give
need
a
it.
shit.
Good.
All right, he's saying fuck the Dodgers arbitrarily.
Well, Dodgers.
Like,
I mean, they're fans. Obviously,
you know
just
how
go
like
to show.
when your friend likes a thing and you have to like
Yeah.
do then so that's why he said fuck the Dodgers right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually care, but
Gotcha.
he just
He
it's
just
a
wants to-
performance.
he just wants to hurt people.
I truly
Like, yeah,
do. Like
it was-
deep down in my heart, I do care.
He did it to be annoying.
Okay.
I could have got
All
a free shirt out of
No,
that.
now what Alex is saying makes a ton of sense, Richard.
Well, what Alex says is completely nonsense because he's never actually enjoyed sports before.
No, that's not true. I've seen him enjoy a soccer game.
He doesn't know how to. It's like he knows how to enjoy like playing a song on
And
a
it's
guitar, maybe.
It's condescending.
But, like-
I think he just doesn't find it valuable.
Well, I can
to
attack
inve-
him too.
No,
to
I'm
to
just saying,
attack
like-
my loyalty to my team.
What team? What's your team? We don't know that. I've
So,
never seen you wearing
exactly.
a Yankees jersey or something.
I have my Yankee stuff hanging up in my room, my guy.
Okay, maybe you're right. Man,
Like, what the fuck?
I've never heard you talk
No,
about
yeah,
the
'cause
That's
Yankees.
he
because
doesn't-
baseball
'cause he
is not
doesn't
my
rep-
number one sport.
He
Like I
doesn't-
do
he-
so
and
many
he doesn't
other
talk
sports.
about the Yankees ever at all.
There's
So-
good
Right.
reasons you guys haven't heard me talk about the Yankees because they haven't done shit
'Cause
in a
they're
while.
fucking
They
gay.
finally make
Maybe
the
you
World
need to- maybe
Series
you
and
need
they
to
get
s-
swept.
Maybe you need to switch over to the Dodgers. They seem like a way better team.
Can
And
you
that's
switch?
why I don't talk sports with you guys because you don't know what loyalty is about or how to cheer on a sport.
Relax, dog.
Yeah, but loyalty is washed if like if it's like an abusive relationship, you're going to continue to be
Right.
loyal.
No,
to that
yeah,
person.
you're right.
it's like
Sometimes
someone who's getting
you gotta
beat
give
and
the
they're
ring
like,
back.
I ain't gonna snitch. But
Like
you're getting beat?
all the rings you gave me, I just got to give them back.
What rings? Like
They won the
championship rings?
When I was a kid growing up with my mom, who was from Long Island, she would watch it with her parents, and she would continue watching the World Series back at home. So I would watch it with
the
her.
Long Island Yankees?
And they would win when I was a child. You know what I mean? They've won many times since.
They did
But,
used
like-
to be pretty fucking good.
But now they suck. Well, like what, last 8 years or so?
I just think the name is kind of dumb. It makes me think about yanking. Like I'm tugging
yanking
my
your cock?
Yeah, Yankees. Like what are these guys? They can't stop.
It's a name that was invented in 1910. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Oh, the good old Yankees,
that's
boys.
that's how like they used to describe like shitty city people. There's Yanks moving in, and I think we should go do some shit to them to make them fucking take off. Yo, I don't give a fuck. Yo, get lost. Yo, these Yanks over here. Yo, my rednecks. Oh dear.
The New York Yankees, more like the Junkies. Yeah, this beat is kind of funky. I bet those dudes is injecting hella roids so they can hit home runs, and they still lost the boys.
The New York Yankees. You know, I prefer the Mets. Yeah, they never lose. They never do shit they regret. I'm pretty sure they are 0-10 or 10-0. I do not know what that means. Yo, my bro, take it, please.
What about the Diamondbacks? They're from Phoenix. They tugging on my penis.
Yeah, so irrelevant if they are from Phoenix. But I understand that you gotta rhyme with penis.
It's just another team that plays in the league. I was like,
You mean the articles of clothing you own because they're
dude,
cool?
I couldn't think of another baseball team. I was just like, okay.
Well, it is funny that some places have multiple teams.
Yeah, like LA has fucking 19.
But they only have, do they have multiple baseball
Well, there's
teams?
the Dodgers here, and then the Angels, I think, are in fucking Orange County, and then I guess that doesn't count as LA. It's kind of like LA. I feel like that's sort of.
I don't know, actually.
Well, regardless,
get the
they have
LA
like,
Rams,
They have like
and then
4
you get the
teams for every
LA
sport.
team.
Like there's 2 baseball teams, 2 football teams, 2
Richard,
soccer
you don't
teams.
you don't need to complete the thought by whispering it out loud. You can just not do it, especially if someone else is talking.
It's funny because we want to have Richard on because he's our friend, but he's actually a bad guest.
Horrible. I've never said I was.
No, I'm sort of fucking with you. It's funny. We're okay with it. It's not a big deal. What else do I got? I got something else. I'm in the market for a new air fryer.
Really? Why?
Well, I've done so many disgusting things with the current one, and my lady is like, we need to get a new air fryer. Okay, spoiler, this is the one that I'm looking at. What do you think?
I mean, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, but look at the specs.
I just okay. So
Don't play this. Stop.
because it's like a ninja.
Fuck, it's 420.
There's a part of me that thinks that it might be just whatever. I don't know.
Well, look, it's hella discounted.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about air fryers. That seems whack.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't that seem whack?
I just wanted to make sure. I just want to get your advice.
I think it's gonna be great. It's Ninja. They make incredible appliances. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I just didn't know if I should invest my money in this one or in a different one. I was hoping you would have like.
well,
okay, he's giving me the green light.
Here's the tip, folks. If you're buying on Amazon,
I
you
did that.
Search. Okay, and this was like one of the top ones.
It was. I put in too many.
Do you just love the name Ninja?
No. This is one. It goes up to 450 degrees. The current one that I have doesn't, and this one has a. I don't like the split. See, that first one has a split. I
Yeah.
want it to be one big thing.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you've done the research, I'm sure it's fine.
All
Like,
right.
I got a feeling that.
I was hoping to get some insight.
I did some research. I learned a pretty wild statistic today. Because I'm taking this little class to become certified as a dog trainer, and I learned today that every 1.3 minutes a dog is euthanized.
Jesus.
Which means that approximately like 36 dogs will have been murdered by the time this podcast ends.
Damn, dude. That's a bummer.
But euthanize isn't always. It's usually a good thing, right? A lot of people are bringing. A lot of people are bringing their
I
dog.
fucking hate dogs.
No, a lot of people are bringing their dog because they're in a lot of pain, and they're like, "Hey,
I believe that
unrecoverable dog right here. It's old. Can
that
you
is
just put it
not
down?"
the majority. That is
like
not,
rescues.
Yeah, no, it's strays and
they're just-
rescues. Those are the ones that are filling up the bullshit and then getting killed.
they just have a bad life, so people
Don't
are
they
like,
just have a backyard they can just release them to?
I
no,
wouldn't.
can't do that.
It's the backyard in the sky.
Oh yeah, because that's so much more inhumane to just let them out in the wild than just let them.
It would,
Well, no,
be
no.
dangerous.
No. If a dog escapes your home, there's like a 90% chance it's just going to get hit by a car. That is how dogs die when they run away. That's it. Or if it's small, it might get eaten by another dog. Those are the two
It's
options.
a dog-eat-dog world.
Yeah,
out
that's
there.
what they say.
My cat died getting run over, I believe, when I was a child. But
Mine as well.
That's only I don't have like concrete evidence. We never found the body, but I was outside and I heard. No, it wasn't a car accident. It was I heard cats fighting, and it was like a battle to the death. And I think one cat killed my cat.
Yo,
That
that's
happens.
brutal.
And
Or
here's the
maybe-
thing about cats: when they're about to die, they go away from their owners, and they hide.
Oh,
I
really?
think dogs
Yeah.
do that too.
They go die alone.
Yeah, they like to die alone.
Really?
It's kind of fucking sad to
That's
think about.
so
I've
sad.
had, so
I've
weird.
had cats get so old like they can barely like meow. They lost.
And then they go hide under the bed and die. Oh, I wonder why you would ever do that, my guy. I want to do it with my loved ones by my side. I don't want to go down and just sigh.
I'm thinking about my old cat Tigger. Yeah, he was my brother. Yeah, I loved him like no other. Yeah, that cat, he was nice and orange. Yeah, he was fat. But one day we were asking, yo, where is he at?
My little kitty, yeah, her name was Luna. Yeah, and she made me look like a buffoon, bruh. When she ran away and tried to fight another kitten. Yeah, had me spitting. Yeah, I'm super smitten.
Now I'm putting up flyers all over the neighborhood, asking everyone around, yo, could you please keep an eye out for my cat right now? And if you find him and he's dead, just be quiet, bro.
If I can't find my feline, I won't feel fine till the end of time. Please, someone do something. It's not a rhyme that I want to make. Mistake.
Yeah, that's I'm picturing myself and my sister like walking around looking for the cat. It's so dark.
Depressing, dude. Now, I had a situation where we got a dog from the neighbor. The neighbor's gardener gave us a dog, and then 3 days later, my mom was like, "I can't do this," and then the gardener took him back.
Oh,
And so I came home from school, and the dog was gone.
that is cruel, man.
And
Did she
been
make
able to-
did she make the gardener like leave just so the dog wouldn't be around?
I hadn't been able to become attached to him really. I tried to like.
Okay, so it wasn't that big of a
I was
deal.
starting to get attached.
My
to
mom
him.
did something fucked up like that when we got our first dog. She brought it home and then just like didn't. I guess it ran away from her because it was scared, and she thought it had just run away. And so she basically sat me and my sister down, and she started to try and tell us about how bad this dog was and how ugly it was and how it had a bunch of scars.
Undersell the dog?
Yeah. She was trying to convince us that it was a good thing that the dog ran away. And so me and my sister were like, we're still going to go look for the dog. And then we found it, and it's like the cutest fucking dog ever. And it lived for like 14 years, and we loved it till the day it died.
Oh, she tried to like.
Yes.
It did not work out for her.
It was fucking crazy.
Yo.
She tried to be out this dog. It was puking and shitting, and it had scars on its face. It looked like an evil villain ass dog.
Here's the thing. I know with my parents at least, there was times where we had to choose like we couldn't take care of our dog. Like you could spend
it was a dog or the kids?
No, you could spend $1,500 closing its like lacerations where it's dying and stuff. And like a lot of times you would do it.
Well, at that point, the dog is totaled.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And like sometimes my parents are like weigh that against taking care of 7 kids versus.
Have you had multiple dogs?
I have.
How many of them have you watched die?
Quite a few.
Like 3?
Oh no, more than that.
More than 3.
Well, what do you mean by watch die? Like once?
Well, I don't mean like stare at them in the eyes while they die. I just mean like
hold their hand as the light leaves their eyes.
For instance, like my first
died.
my first beloved dog that I remember was Chisel, and it went
Chisel.
over to the neighbor's house. The owner shot it, then picked the dog up, brought it to our other neighbor's house, put it in his front lawn. So
because the dog was sick.
Yeah, and then that neighbor called my dad. He's like, "Yo, your dog is shot on my lawn." He's like, "I didn't shoot it." And my dad's like, okay. So he walked over there, and our dog was shot. Like,
whoa, so this was a murder.
Yeah, it was straight up murder. But like at the same time, we found out from the kids of the guy who shot the dog that it was just like going over there and messing with his dogs, and he was like, "Nah, I shot it."
Respect for dogs is something that has only been a thing for like the last fucking 40 years.
No,
there's a generation prior to us that is kick a dog in the street kind of mentality.
That's how it is.
They without even wasting a breath, they'll shoot a dog if it's bugging them. You know what I mean?
That's still how it is in the fucking
it's in their yard
world. You know
like,
what I'm saying?
Fuck that dog.
Right. They're cooking them.
If you go to a place where poverty runs amok,
that's just not wasted.
There's nobody thinking about taking care of a dog. They're like, fuck this. Dogs are strays over there.
Yeah. No, and that's kind of sad because. You know, they've got such nice personalities.
It's a privilege to take care and love an animal. It's a luxury.
Yeah.
Like you have so many resources that you can feed and shelter this animal.
No, they didn't. Let me. I've actually have the history right here. I'm gonna pull it up, see if I can find it real quick. But I swear the first like literature that explained that you don't have to kick your dog when it's bad didn't even come out until like the 90s. Let me see if I'm gonna find it real quick. Yeah, I swear to God.
But at the same time, yeah, you do have to be violent with your dog. That's what everyone was taught. But no, it's not. It's more of like, yeah, this is mind games.
You just have to fucking.
You got to understand how.
You have to make sure it understands you when you correct it.
We're just talking about this shit without any experience in dog theory, dog science.
It's a professional.
I just did a whole module,
yeah,
my guy.
I'm talking to a
Did you have a good
professional.
time?
I did. I had a great time. Okay, I've got the history up here. I'm gonna find this. So first of all, we didn't even start talking about training dogs until like in the written form until the fucking 40s. Granted, dogs were being trained since the dawn of time. You know what I mean? You got cavemen training the dogs. You got Native Americans training the dogs. You got Civil War veterans training the dogs. Yo, everyone is training the dogs. Whoa.
Yo, somebody please train my canine. Yeah, I'm gonna do it until I'm 8 or 9, and then I'm gonna take it out into the fields so we can hunt fucking Sally Field and fucking feel.
Yo, the ancient breeds, yeah, they're getting training. It's been training, but it's not training on the people because the brains be totally dumb. So we gotta write it down and produce it massively.
Catch me outside with a German Shepherd. Yo, I'm running so fast like a leopard. We hunting down all the lepers, and yeah, things really could be much better.
German Shepherds, yo, that's such a cool name. It implies so many things, yo. It's not lame when you're German and also a shepherd and also a dog. Yo, that's you, and you know that you got a job.
Got a job barking at dark things.
Okay, we got Don't Shoot the Dog, 1984. That was the first major introduction of dog training literature that implied that you don't need to hurt your animal to get him to obey you.
Damn, 84 is recently.
Yeah. It's been we've been
pretty damn
practicing for
recent.
40 years. It's only been 40 years. So anyone 40 and up is probably has a mindset that they don't give a fuck about dogs.
They're like, look at these dogs. They're living with them now.
Yeah, what is this? It's a slippery slope.
What are they going to do next? Marry him?
Next thing you know, they're going to be rewarding them for good behavior instead of kicking them for bad behavior.
Soon these dogs are going to be voting.
Man, nah, dogs have a lot of rights these days. At least in this state.
Yeah, the dog rights parades these days.
Yeah.
Have an Asian guy say that.
It wouldn't. It's funny because they wouldn't sound that crazy, but I get it.
Yeah,
I get what you're going.
There's an R in there.
And then and we're talking about dogs.
Yeah.
So, that's I know what you're doing there.
Okay, there we go.
How'd you like if little Oriental kids were making fun of you?
Yo, I want to tell Richard briefly. Maybe you already told him, but Alex and I watched this movie called Dinner in America that used the R word like 8 times.
Yeah.
And it was so fun, dude.
They were very liberal with the use of the R word.
At one point, this guy deeply looks in the eyes of his loved one and says, "You are not retarded."
Don't say that. Never say that. You are not retarded.
And it's supposed to be like a romantic scene too. It's
And
like
it
a
hits.
heartwarming. It
It
does
works.
hit. No.
Those are powerful. But
There's a movie soundtrack, like a song that is like a hit that when it started happening, I was getting the chills, like goosebumps all on my body. I was like, I love a good movie song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I imagine they hired some talented songwriters or whatever to look into that. Look it up, folks. Dinner in America with Kyle Gallner.
And if you
I
can
don't know
listen,
anything about it though.
You can listen to just the song. It's called It's called Watermelon Song.
Was it? Would you say it was a horror movie?
No, it's like a punk rock rom com.
The song is fine.
It's corny.
It's
It's corny. It's just like the
Recommending the audience to go listen to a song is kind of funny.
is it?
It reminds me of fucking your Beetlejuice moment the other day. Everyone needs to check out the Banana Boat song, folks.
Yo, that's the best song I've ever heard in my life, dude. It's awesome that I got to just experience that as a fully like developed adult for the first time. Imagine if you had never tried ice cream at this age and you got to try it, you'd be like, whoa.
I don't know, man. I might not like it.
Dude,
No,
that'd be
you'd like
wild,
it.
though.
You think so?
It's undeniably
What?
amazing. It's a zero. You'd be only thing is you'd probably be pissed that you didn't find out sooner.
I feel like that's a scene in a movie.
But-
is there not like some
Someone who hasn't tried ice cream as an adult,
like some Amelie type movie where
oh no, you know what? You know where? No,
No.
you know where you've seen that? You see these people who come from fucking Papua New Guinea or like they come from the bush and in the Amazon and they come to America and there's a footage of like them eating
They try
ice cream
food
for the first time. Yeah, they've never.
It also like saves the planet. I think in Dragon Ball Z, right?
ice cream?
No, just food in general. But like, I think it was ice cream too.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I guess ice cream is technically a food.
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna let that one go.
Let it go.
I'm letting it go. I'm letting it
No,
go.
like I feel like there is like alien invasions where like comedy wise, they're like, oh, we're not gonna destroy your planet because your food's so good.
because of the food source. That was I just watched Life with Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal. I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
I love Jake.
I kind of hate Ryan Reynolds.
Sucks.
I used to like him. Just Friends is one of my favorite comedies of all time.
But Deadpool.
Here's what's great about the movie Life with my boy Jake Gyllenhaal. And if you don't like Ryan Reynolds, you don't gotta really worry about him at all. They fucking murder him brutally in like the first 10.
Oh, spoilers while I'm flying. I'm not the biggest fan of Ryan. Yeah, you might catch me crying when he comes on. Yeah, I want to watch a different one.
And he was doing his Deadpool bullshit, cracking dumb jokes that don't make sense in context. You're on a spaceship, bro, and there's some complex shit going on, bro. I object.
I bet at one point he directly stares at the camera. Yeah, and that's supposed to be amazing, bruh. But it's actually kind of corny at this point. Maybe it would have been cool in like 1989.
Yeah, the alien eats him from the inside out, and he just turns to the question. He's like, yo, well, that just happened. And now he's dying and bleeding out of his eyeballs, and he's like, man, I shouldn't have gone to the space, y'all.
You see that guy getting eaten out by an alien right now?
Alex,
That's me.
Alex loves it when his vengeance comes out.
You're
Like,
probably wondering how I got here.
Let me take you to the beginning. And
What's my vengeance? I
No,
can't wait to hear this thought.
Because like
I think he taught.
My vengeance.
I think
No.
what he means is you.
no, you
lashing out on
appreciate
Ryan Reynolds.
you like one actor and you don't like the other, and they're both high paid, and you get to see one just brutally killed early on, and then you get to enjoy the rest of the good
that's
characters.
true, yeah.
If your vengeance is just like achieved, you're
Yeah.
like,
That,
oh,
that
fuck
sentence is difficult to understand. I do. I think
Vengeance is such an old world term.
And
you
he
know
also
what I mean?
he said yours, like it belonged to you.
Yeah, because no one else would be thinking like that. They're like, oh
A
shit,
lot
our
of
main
people-
character just like lost. All the comedy is gone from the movie. It's gonna be boring.
This is a horror film. There should have never been any comedy.
Right.
It was a breath of fresh air when he was murdered, because then the jokes ended, and I was able to appreciate the
horror.
intricacies of the horror and suspense without them being ruined
Would
by
you
some
recommend
snarky. It was it was good. I liked it. It didn't blow my mind. It's no alien. I liked Romulus better, if that
Really?
means anything.
Okay.
There was a lot of there's the fear is in the hopelessness of it all, really. Like there's something there.
Yo, the feeling of hopelessness that you get from certain movies, that shit is crazy. Because you're like able to comprehend it. The movie is so relatable to a certain point that you're able to comprehend the hopelessness.
Sometimes I feel with movies like that, you can sense like the writer's internalized cruelty. Like they've intentionally written a thing to make someone feel negative. And like horror films don't typically make me feel negative. Even like with brutal killings or whatever, for the most part, I can see the artistry and I can see that it's not necessarily gratuitous.
Yeah.
But I can tell when it is just gratuitous, and the intention is I want to fuck whoever's watching this up a bit. And I think that I don't fuck with that. I think that that's like kind of conniving film writing.
It's cruel. No, yeah, you're right. There's this movie with Zac Efron called, is it The Iron Claw or something like that? Or The Irons?
Yeah, I think it is The Iron Claw.
It's about, I think it's based on a true story.
It is, yeah.
But like
Wrestling one?
this wrestling family, and everybody is just dying, and this guy refers to it as a curse. So he starts distancing himself from his wife and his kids because he doesn't want them to get it. It's just like,
Well, you know that it's actually they had to tone it down for the theatrical release. The actual true story is even more tragic.
how so?
I don't know.
Oh, man,
this
I
is
was
something that I heard, that there was elements of the story that they had to take out
Because it was even more
it
depressing.
was such a fucking
There's
downer.
probably more
Whoa,
spread out
so-
too, not just them.
So when we're talking about gratuitous writing, this is actually the opposite. The person took a super sad story and toned it down.
You can't be gratuitous writing in a true story doesn't.
No, you're right.
You're like-
I just mean like we were
No.
talking earlier about like making shit intentionally sadder, and this is making something intentionally less sad because of how. I mean, there's some relation there.
No, you're right. If the fact that it's a horrible example to use when you know that they actually toned it down, I guess.
Correct. That's what I mean. I just like realized what I had brought up.
But no, that is an interesting. I kind of want to see it, but at the same time, it's like wanting to see the Emmett Till movie. Like, what are we doing here? Maybe I don't want to see this.
It's a slow burn for sure.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah.
Okay, and
That's
it
how I
is
know
sad.
about it. Yeah. It's well, I remember first getting into it because of like the weird transformation that Zac Efron had to have to be in the movie. There is an interesting element with the father and his obsession with being successful in the wrestling industry, and then he lures his 3 sons into giving a shit about this, and there's this whole dynamic where like the brothers are like fighting each other for their father's approval.
That's how The Rock got in. His dad was big wrestling freaking mogul.
Right, but like there wasn't this brotherly competition that is toxic. The brothers were competing with each other to a level to where like whoever was doing well in wrestling was loved more by their father. I want my father's approval. Yeah, you know, and I'm fucking in a group home doing therapy with a bunch of dudes who love wrestling and it's fucking voodoo.
If you don't win this fake fight, you don't get to eat tonight. Yo, that is my right. As the guy that gave you life, I'm your dad. You gotta respect me, man. And if you don't, then I'ma fucking put you in a van.
So I'm out here in my boxers with a goofy name. Yeah, and my life do be plain when I'm not playing these crazy games in the octagon. Yeah, I'm going home with my mom.
And I'm Zac Efron. Yeah, I got all these prosthetics on, yo, to make my arms go. Yo, I'm super big off of the steroids. Yeah, and my brother's there dying. It's so annoying.
Also, something happened to his jaw. I was in awe the moment that I saw. It was something brutal, bro. When that dude fucking bit down on anything, it was brutal, yo.
Yo, he's got the iron jaw like he's a villain in James Bond. Yo, I'm killing this song.
Damn, Iron Jaw would have been a better name than Iron Claw.
What was that guy's name in the 007s who always had that metal
I
teeth?
think his name was Lockjaw.
Jaws or something?
Oh, it might have been Jaws. But
it
I
was
thought it was maybe Lockjaw.
Maybe it was.
Was it
yeah.
Lockjaw? Do you remember?
No.
You didn't watch any of the old
Yo,
James
can we get an
Bonds?
answer to this?
Is that the Sean Connery? James
Yeah,
Bond?
the Sean Connery
Yeah.
James Bond.
The 007.
It might be Jaws, though, now that I think about it.
I thought it was Jaws.
Jaws, James Bond, and yeah, it is Jaws. And that's just a grill.
Dude,
He's
that was
doing-
the first grill flexing on film.
It's
like,
just straight up.
big-
It's just straight up the Kanye West cover art. Did you see the new Kanye album cover?
Oh, no, I didn't.
He's doing that.
I just watched.
You know how many times that guy
because
got shot in the teeth?
Because Kanye is permanently Jaws because of what he did to his teeth.
You're right, and he does kind of have that aesthetic now that you mention it.
Oh, is that Andre the Giant playing Jaws? Or is this another guy with gigantism?
No. It's not Under the Giant. But that dude was in a bunch of movies where he just plays a big mutant.
This
like,
guy
that's
is
kind of his
fucked
thing.
up, dude.
He was.
Nah, bro, the teeth make it look like it.
I thought it was Tony Robbins for a
No,
second.
look at the lump on his skull.
Yeah.
That's what makes him look fucked up, Richard. And the fact that he's humongous.
And the giant nose, like the nose is enormous.
He got his bread and butter from a film series called Maniac Cop. His name is Robert Davi, I believe. I could
Look
be
at his
wrong.
fucking face.
Oh no, Robert Dazar. Look at this motherfucker. It got worse.
Oh,
As he got older, the deformities increased.
worsened.
Yeah.
Richard, can I
It's a
hit your
wild, man.
vape? We're both hitting your vape nonstop today.
It's just like,
Well, it's because
I set mine down and now I can't find it.
yesterday I got a connect for the vape at a spot because I sold this dude phones, and he was like, "I got you," and he gave me the fucking plus one of these, like the big size,
Yeah.
for $20 flat.
sheesh.
Yeah, bro. I was so excited.
That's actually kind of nice.
Dude, getting a good deal, that brings out the Jew in me.
Let's talk about air fryers real quick.
Whoa, I never thought I'd hear that from Dave.
The air fryer
man,
was
admitting to
low-key
stuff.
a good price. Dude, I was excited to talk to you guys about it.
I air fried some fish sticks the other day, and I gotta say, I haven't had fish sticks since I was fucking 9. That shit took me back.
Was
When's
it
the last
good?
time you had some fish
You
sticks?
did it on a Friday too. Good on you, man. Following the good
You know what?
Catholic tradition.
You know what? It was on a Friday. I'll say that.
On a good Friday.
Yes,
It was a Good Friday for you.
What is the that? There we go. Well, what's with the Fridays and fish?
No, they do ask you to like leave off on the
they
red meat.
abstain from meat.
Yeah,
And it's
like,
not
you have
even,
fish.
it's not like biblical. It's Catholicism.
So it's
no,
really
no, they ask you to do it as like a follower of Catholicism, and as a way to like, it's a way of penance and it's a way of sacrifice. Like you give up,
but
and
it's
you're
not
supposed
like,
to fast.
it's not
during that
biblically
day.
sound, I don't
You
think.
should be drinking water and eating some bread. Like that's it during the day too.
right because it sounds like it's just like it's not required, right?
No,
You're
it's
just
not.
The thing,
Only
the
during-
thing that's required. The thing that's required is that you don't have to eat.
No.
You don't eat meat.
Well,
right?
hold on. You're not completely
You don't
right.
eat red meat.
You're not completely right because during Advent and Lent,
I
that's
could
when you
still say
have
the
to be
sentence
required.
to be not right first, right?
Yes, we've already established that though. I told you not red meat. Yeah.
Okay. But then it's funny that because from an outsider's perspective, it almost seemed like it was a requirement. Like Catholics always eat fish on Fridays,
It's
but
funny.
it's not.
They use it on the calendar.
I'm a Catholic, so yeah, I gotta eat that fish, yo, fish fillet on Friday. That's how it is at McDonald's, bray.
Yeah, I'm motherfucking Catholic, and you know I'm gonna eat some catfish when I pull up at the McDonald's. Give me the fish fillet, yeah, I'm going bonkers.
I'm going bonkers and yonkers. New York, yeah, I vote for the Yankees. That's just how it is, and I was thinking we get some fish fillet, put it on my dish, eat it today because it's Friday and I can't have red meat because I'm a Catholic and I love my priest.
Come over here and give me some salmon. Yeah, no, I'm in a famine. No red meat today. It's a fishy Friday.
Fishy Friday, no red meat today, and that's okay because everything's great when you're Catholic. Yo, you gotta do your catechisms and eat some fish, bro.
Catechisms in the church while I'm eating fishes. Yeah, you know that boy multiplied the bread and fishes.
That's what I kind of thought it was a feeding the fish, but the Catholics don't really fuck with Jesus like that.
It's just funny that there were so many Catholics that it was a good strategy for McDonald's to develop the fish fillet sandwich because they were like, this is going to sell.
Well, I remember.
And the Shamrock Shake.
What's that for?
For the Ireland.
Patty's Day,
yeah.
Okay, but that's not like a fucking religious adjustment to the menu.
And it's really bad. I had one just because people were like posting their Shamrock Shakes and like, this is my favorite thing at McDonald's or whatever. I'm like, maybe I'll try one of these Shamrock Shakes.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Really?
Can I argue? Really can I argue that I've had some brilliant Shamrock Shakes in Michigan? Brilliant. Like there was good mint
like
ice
it
cream
required the genius of a man to
and then
taste
I've
that
gone to some where it comes out like syrupy and they don't have the mixture right. And
well, I can just tell. I can just tell
it's
it's not real ice cream.
Yeah. Because the ice cream has gone non-existent at McDonald's. So just don't get that shit.
I think McDonald's has been non-real ice cream for a long time now. Like, isn't that like a pivotal moment?
Yeah, but even their. Now that I'm
here it's coming back though.
You know they used to have the hard shell cones at McDonald's. Do you remember that shit?
No.
Damn. Do you remember the hard shell cones?
Hard shell cones at McDonald's wasn't a thing. They had
Yes,
they had
it was.
a chocolate dip and they had a
and it would get hard.
I remember the hard shell cones.
Yeah,
You're right.
They would dip. and then it would get hard.
Yes.
But that's no longer a thing. But that was lit.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, the hard shell cones.
But they don't even have ice cream machines to make you an ice cream cone anymore. Like never. And I hear it's coming back though.
I just don't. I have a complaint. Now that we're talking about McDonald's, I do feel like someone could make money making the McFlurry the way it needs to be. Like, you know how the McFlurry is the snacks are at the top and then the breast is just vanilla ice cream. If someone just made the McFlurry properly, they would become rich. But the McFlurry's not getting made properly. I dare you, bro.
That's because
just go to a DK. I mean,
go to a Donkey Kong.
No. What is that? What is that?
Dairy
one?
Queen. DQ.
Dairy Queen. DQ.
No, the Blizzard is done correctly. You're right, but there aren't Dairy Queens on every corner for some reason.
Well, that's because they take pride. Dairy Queen takes pride in their Blizzard, and it's also the only thing that they make. McDonald's has a bunch of other things on their menu.
They have hot dogs and burgers.
Who's going to Dairy Queen and getting a hot dog?
Chicken fingers? You get their chicken fingers there, bro. It slaps that late.
I guarantee you 90% of the people that show up to a Dairy Queen are there to get a Blizzard.
90%.
And then occasionally there might be a few people.
A stoner that gets a burger. Let me get the tenders too, man.
Right. And if you're broke and buying your kid an ice cream cone at Dairy Queen, that sucks.
Yeah. I used to, during high school, we used to go to this Taco Bell late at night. And this reminds me of that video during the Dodgers, how that homeless guy like fell at his chair and shit. Like there was a dude posting up and he would fall out intentionally, like trying to go across your path, and he'd fall out of his chair and like
try and scam you?
Yeah, he wouldn't move.
Scam?
He wouldn't move out of the way until you like got out and like helped him out and stuff. So
it was a way for him to connect with another human being.
And I had to help him back into his chair twice, once in KO and once in Hilo.
Here's the thing:
this
fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah,
fool me twice.
But like, there's no winning. It's like, bro, like you need something to eat or something, and he's always asking for money because he just wants liquor. But like, it was
dude. If I'm broke as fuck, I don't want to eat. I want to get fucked up.
But he had his strategy, man.
Falling out, making yourself fall out of the chair, and then like for the sympathy is crazy, but also low-key respect because that's like
a hard move.
Right. You have to like debasing yourself is hard to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to lose the shame instinct first of all.
It's psychotic socially.
Yeah. No, but let's should we ease on into the Patreon real quick? I gotta pee.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
call
do
it. Yeah. Let me read you the beats really quick. Pull up. Rose Petals by B Young Beats. Star-Eyed by Eerie Skies, Obstacles by Edba, Lunar by Manuel, The Good Life by Lex Factor, Amadeus by Lethal Needle, Pulse by Piper Beats, Skittles by Reese Beats, Kyoto by Kyoto.
Hell yeah.
Go to patreon.com/Join with Bamfomania if you want to keep listening. And if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe.
I want to apologize to Justin for my outburst earlier.
I
know you're doing.
He deserves your apology.
And
Justin's
I was being extra animated for the content. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
I
Don't
wanted to
believe
be-
it, audience.
Like
bro.
it's
This guy's
funnier
savage.
if I'm like, hurry up, you piece of shit, than as
Yeah.
opposed to, well, just be patient with Justin. You know what I mean? Like that's more. It plays better for the show.
I shouldn't have come to his defense, which lightened how mean you were being. All right. Richard, last words.
Well, ELE. Everybody love everybody.